All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. It is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to be recording this session. So anybody coming on, if you could please mute, and I have muted a lot of you already. So I want to welcome you to the first training. We are going to be doing tonight a brief on the AIM program. Annette Wagner is our new branch chief for partner development. So if any of you have any ideas on things that you want to hear or go over, please let Annette and myself know, and we'll try to work that into our training schedule. So on that note, I'm going to have Annette take over and tell us about the AIM program. Again, the AIM application for students opened up on the 1st. So it's now open for students, and this is to give you an idea of what is going on with the AIM program so that you know what to talk to students about. There will be trainings later on for those people who end up being AIM staff, but this is really directed at the students. Okay, on that note, Annette, it's all yours.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm going to start with a quick video that you would find on the Coast Guard Academy webpage that just gives a quick overview of what AIM is. Let me get it to work. Now, of course, my computer doesn't want to work. Just one second. There we go. I'm sorry. There's a thing in the middle of my screen and I can't get around it. Hold on a second. There we go.
The AIM Summer Program at the United States Coast Guard Academy in New London, the most realistic U.S. military academy summer experience in the world. 6 intensive test yourself in the classroom, test yourself on the water, test yourself in the field. Long, tough, cool, and amazingly rewarding days. Discover if you have the mind, body, and character to succeed at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. Do something real this summer.
Okay. Alrighty, so the AIM program is a 1-week summer intensive program for high school juniors. The application actually was supposed to open on February 1st. It is not open yet. We just got a notice about it. It is actually opening on February 8th. I believe they're just refining the application, but it will still be open until April 1st. It's a total immersion. It's supposed to replicate a little bit about what these students will see during SWAB summer. And it's also not just a program to say you want to go to an academy, but it's maybe something that'll help you realize that a service academy might not be the right fit for you. So it works both ways in having an experience to get you an idea of what it would be like to attend a service academy, and also to realize whether it's a good fit for you. You can know if the academy is right for you. They top male and female each week is awarded an LOA. So that means that it's a letter of, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain thing. Acceptance. Essentially, if you meet all of the requirements for your application, you're automatically accepted into the academy. And to apply, you just go to the Coast Guard Academy website, which has the AIM program. So these are the key dates. The program this year is starting the 6th of July, those 3 weeks of July. And then there's a 2-day virtual program. The week-long programs do have a program fee of $750, but there are scholarships available. The virtual program is offered to students who may not either be able to attend an in-person event, or they just have a few that they're interested in, but not enough room in the 3-week in-person programs to have them come. So the virtual is a good option to kind of just give them an introduction for a couple of days. The application opens this week. They're having a couple of online virtual events. So if you're working with any students that are interested in applying, have them go ahead and register for one of the online events. There's one on the 19th of February. And then after the selections are made, there is another in-person town hall to talk about what you need to bring, maybe any questions you have, what parents' questions might come up as far as the program. So there's scholarship applications would require typically you fill out an extra form, and they will let you know if you qualify for a scholarship. So what do students do at AIM? Now, they have a really good time and they work really hard, but they're going to show up on that first day. They'll meet their cadre. They'll be issued, well, not issued, they'll be assigned rooms. Then they have in the week-long program, there's engineering workshops, there's some college planning workshops, engineering. I said that already. Sailing is one of the big popular ones. They get to go down and take out a boat. The end of the week there's a couple of really important events. The Hopley Yeaton ceremony is wonderful. The prospective cadets go around and learn some of the history of the Coast Guard and Hopley Yeaton. Then on the last day, they have a family day, graduation. So it's nonstop. Typical day, they go from 0600 when they wake up. They're going to do calisthenics before morning meal. They do formation. They do physical activities and sports. They have engineering activities during the day. In the evening, they eat together in the wardroom where the cadets normally eat during the year. Then they have an evening session and taps. They also have an opportunity during the week at some point to meet with their admissions officer to talk about specifics for their region, any questions they may have about the application process. So one of the interesting things too is there's only 9 majors at the academy, so they have an opportunity to learn a little bit about the different majors. These are typically put on by the cadre that are in those majors, and they do a really great job of making it interesting. My favorite last year was operations research. It made me want to go back and get a degree in it because it was just so fascinating how that data is used. What he does is his major. These 3 are just some of the other ones that we spoke, or 4 that we spoke about. The engineering activities, always fun. They build a boat and they test it. That's here on the right. That's a tow tank. So they make this boat out of aluminum foil and plastic, and they try to design a boat that will go quickly through the water and be able to carry 2 Coke cans without falling over. This particular middle one was they built a Lego structure, which they then put on a seismic plate that shook it, and you had to see if you designed your structure so that it wouldn't fail from being on the table. You got extra points for how tall it was and how long it lasted on the table. The one here on the left was a radio direction finding antenna that they built, and then they would try to find local radio stations and tune it up. And these are also team building exercises. They were assigned to teams and randomly assigned so that you could learn how to work with different types of people. So that was a really great way to go forward. Then they did the sailing. the end of the week, active Coast Guard units, they were able to go on a small boat that was down at the academy. A helicopter flies in and they can meet the pilots and talk to them about what a career, what their path was to become a Coast Guard pilot, and some of the options there. Then these last two photos are from the Hopley Eaton. So you learn about Alexander Hamilton, you learn about Hopley Eaton, and it's kind of relaxed because it's in the evening and you just go from station to station and learn a little bit more about the Coast Guard. One important piece is the fitness exam. They have the opportunity to take the PFE. Now the PFE is required as part of your application. It's a 300-point exam, 100 points for sit-ups, 100 points for cadence push-ups, and then you do a 1.5-mile run. And the average score for applications is around 230 to 240. So they have the opportunity to take it. And if they're happy with their score, then they can go ahead and have that score put into their application. Otherwise, they would have to do it with a PE teacher or someone who can oversee it that can sign off that they did it properly. The PFE is required to graduate, so they have to have at least a 200 to graduate from the academy. So this is just some feedback that we got, or that the academy got, after some participants came to AIM and what they liked about it. Did they feel different about themselves? And you can see that it was changing for a lot of them, and gave them some personal transformations. So you can read these separately. This was from this past summer. And then why would you want to attend AIM? So it's realistic. It gives you a really good understanding of where you might fit at the academy. About 50% of the incoming class last year did participate in AIM. Now, that doesn't mean 50% of the people who were offered appointments, but of those that accepted appointments, 50% did attend AIM. It's hard and it's challenging. So admissions partners do support AIM. We're volunteers. This is just kind of an idea of what you would do. There's about 16 to 18 volunteers who participate each week. Safety observers, watchstanders. Big part of it is driving the students to the urgent care if they're injured or they get sick. But it's also a chance to talk to people, talk to the students, find out what their passion is, find out how they feel about the Coast Guard. Any information that you can learn about them just helps you represent yourself better in the future. So that's, you come a little bit before the students come, you leave after they leave, you stay right on campus, you eat on campus. It's a busy but very rewarding week. I loved helping out with the engineering activities. And just overall, it's a great experience. And I think that's all that I have. Yep, that was it. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you for the brief on the AIM program. And again, anybody that has any ideas on trainings that they would like to see, if you let Annette and myself know, that would be great. And we'll try to keep things going. And I will be sending out some emails to the new folks just to update you on where we're at in terms of the academy. And I apologize.
Be patient.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And we'll
Yeah.
end on that note.
Thanks, Kim.